Hey guys, I want to talk about the institutional real world asset play that could win in the next 99 days, and that is T-RIZE. That is built on Canton. Let's get into it. Shout out to my guy Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Boom. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting, so we binge on that Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe it was Blackrue Investing.
What is up, guys? T-RIZE, we've been talking about it in the Patreon here for like a couple weeks now. So shout out to the patrons. If you want to sign up, links are in the description, where we have weekly open mic nights, private chat rooms, and also Symbolism Sundays every Sunday. So definitely see some regulars in the house. What's up, Phantom Beat? What's up, D Curry? What's up, Daniel Green? Let's get into it, guys. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So T-RIZE, let's see here. We'll share this first. Then I'll move over to the slide I actually want. Okay, T-RIZE here. So it's been very much on the rise. Shout out to the patrons. You guys got this first. It's up to a 0.014. Okay. Shout out to my bro in the space, Underdog Research channel. We were talking about it too a couple days ago, and I saw my bro put out something on X that we were talking about it. Shout out to him. Thank him for that. You know, for putting me out there like that. Oh, and he's in the chat too. What's up, Underdog Research channel? Appreciate you, brother. What's up, Terrell? What's up, that one guy? So yeah, T-RIZE has been on the rise, guys, and I'm curious to see what Underdog has to say about it too. Like, it'll be back in the day, like when he and I did the Swift blockchain coverage along with Shook Focus Digital. So a nice blast in the past for everybody to get two creators to talk about something and to get to see their perspective from both sides there. Something I'll always enjoy, right? Now, T-RIZE, one of the things that just like a little off the bat, just want to say that the token supply, only 28% is out right now. But I'm not a little less concerned about that. And I'll tell you why when we continue on here today. But as you can see, it's been pumping. And again, I will tell you why within the next 99 days, right? And you'll see why that specific number, Blackrue. You'll see why as we get into the show today. T-RIZE. But understand why I'm kind of bullish on T-RIZE. We got to go back to the Paul Barron Yuval Roots feud here. So you can see here, let's just play this right quick. So you know that Stellar has a partnership with the DTCC. It's said that when this tokenization happens for the DTCC, they're going to have a soft launch in July. Nadine Shakar has told us about this. It's going to be clearing quadrillions, right? Soft launch in July, where they're tokenization. That's a little part of what happens with real world assets, right? So not only do we have what's going on with that, the soft launch is July, but then we get into the big launch in October, and October just happens to be 99 days away. Like maybe you think that this partnership only has to do with Stellar, right? But based on some comments from Yuval, this partnership also might have to do with Canton as well. So let's listen to what Paul has to say here, and that's the CEO of Stellar, Danelle Dixon, with her hair looking all nice out here. Let's go ahead and play.
Craziness that's going on, and of course, if I want to follow that, I usually just jump over to Yuval Ruz's account, and he's in disbelief, I believe.
Whoa, that's very fast here. Let's slow that down. Here we are. Let's go.
Craziness that's going on, and of course, if I want to follow that, I usually just jump over to Yuval Ruz's account, and he's in disbelief, I believe, of the partnership that's going on between the DTCC and Stellar. I'm willing to bet that whatever deployment is happening on Stellar is permissioned. So that is the question, I guess. You're saying no.
No,
that's not going to happen.
I mean, that's the value of an open public network. I'm not sure how you could permission it. Because of the way that Stellar has built, and we've built Stellar from the ground up, meaning that you as an institution can choose to be able to, when you KYC, what kinds of compliance tools you're going to leverage. Those are all built into the base layer of the tech stack on Stellar. So you can bolt on a smart contract to be able to do all of this. But all of these tools, the clawback functionality, the ability to do KYC when you want to and when you feel like it's appropriate, those are all natively on the network. And so that's the value of this tech stack. And they've known that for a really long time. So.
Craziness.
So basically what Danelle's saying is with Stellar, we can have it permissioned or permissionless is what it sounds like she's saying. Then Yuval claps back over here on that spineless Paul, is his words, didn't think that DTCC is the source of all evil on this episode. Seems like he adjusts his worldview based on who he's interviewing. And she admitted that the Stellar usage is permissioned. Canton does the exact same, infra open for all and permissioned, happening at the app layer. Only challenge is we have privacy and they don't. Okay, this is according to Yuval, and here it is. The clapbacks just continue. Paul says, thanks for admitting your DTCC partnership is permissioned. Slop, your tone deaf Yuval arguing with the chat bots is Pete Cope. We never said we like DTCC. We're celebrating their desperate need to have to go multi-chain outside of Canton. Crapton, he says, yawn. But regardless of their beef back and forth, right? One of the things that Yuval says is, and he says this on the 7th, they said they chose Canton first. They just recently announced their Stellar deal, and you don't even know what they're using them for. Canton goes first, July and October. Now, how do we parse this, right? Is it that they're using Stellar, or is that they're using Canton? I say they're just using both, and people might be like getting a little crazy about what's happening there, but they're using both. They're definitely using both. Okay, so I don't think people should get all crazy about it. They're using both. So, but the big thing to take away here from me, and let's listen to another clip here from Yuval, right? He's speaking to Crypto Airy here. Crypto Airy says, formerly Crypto Airy, I guess you changed it to Airy Carpe Diem now, but let's continue here. Lots of DTCC buzz lately, especially since 50 plus firms, Ripple Prime, Robinhood app, Kraken, etc., announced as a part of the working group. Yuval Roots, a Canton network, confirms July soft launch. Kind of like we just saw from that message from Yuval on the same date here. Let's see what he has to say here.
Announcement in the near future. Are there any big announcement in the near future? New rollouts. The answer is yes, but the annoying answer is I cannot share what those things are, mainly because it's related to customers and cannot front run customer announcements. I think maybe related to the DTCC soft launch, I think I saw some people being disappointed that July is not the actual launch, but just a soft launch. I think that was communicated from the beginning. Again, we need to remember that DTCC houses $100 trillion of assets and run the entire US equity markets daily. We're talking about very large number, very consequential numbers. And therefore, we really need to make sure that as we roll this, we do this carefully and diligently. So it requires a lot of testing, a lot of checks, and that's just nature of the beast. The nice thing is that when these kind of things do go live and start operating, there's really no stopping. But yeah, July is a whole new set of trades. From memory, there will be new types of trades. So really just showing what is kind of coming. This is not just about trading stocks. This is about how you can lend and borrow stocks, how you could finance stocks. Like there's all kinds of different transactions that will be tested in July with a lot of also new names that haven't yet participated in the DTCC project. So like I said, it's the most important project that we're working on, just again, due to the scale and importance. But everything is on track. I'm excited. I think I'm trying to remember when exactly. In July, but I think it's like second week of July. And then October is the general kind of like the main go live date. And from there, I'm hoping and what I'm expecting is that we're going to start seeing kind of like the use cases starting to scale from that point on.
It sounds good here, right? Now let's get
Are there any
kind of a
big
little
announcement?
bit deeper into T-RIZE here. This is from LinkedIn here. T-RIZE. And this is like 10 months ago, right? So I think it's the official date's July 25th, 2025. T-RIZE strengthens role on Canton as an authorized issuer, okay? T-RIZE Group has expanded its institutional mandate on the Canton network developed by Digital Asset by becoming an authorized issuer of tokenized real-world assets, okay? So T-RIZE can issue tokenized real-world assets, okay? And let's continue here. Shout out to Bitcoin Sean. Go see you in the house. What's up, Shawnee Sean 6? What's up, SVH 1025? Let's continue, y'all. And what's up, Le Astara and Ty Copeland? Let's continue. The Canton network, by becoming an authorized issuer of tokenized real-world assets. The role complements our ongoing contributions as a validator and a Global Synchronizer Foundation member. They've since changed the Global Synchronizer Foundation to the Canton Foundation. Okay, but let's continue. The Canton network is the world's largest privacy-enabled institutional blockchain infrastructure trusted by global financial institutions for compliant, scalable digital markets. Okay, then they have an announcement here, but then here, following this article here, you get a dead link, but I went ahead and found it on the Wayback Machine, and we have here T-RIZE Group strengthens leadership with institutional tokenization, and that's very important, institutional tokenization of structured financial products on the Canton network. July 25th, 2025. So, if you're a numbers person, that's really interesting there because it's like, if you add the 2 and the 5, if you just took 2 and the 5, that's 7. So, and 777. So a little jackpot there. Interesting to note there. So T-RIZE Group, a Canadian fintech firm specializing in institutional grade tokenization, is deepening its integration with Canton as a validator node operator, active builder of tokenized projects, and one of the first entities to issue and manage tokenized real-world assets on this privacy-first blockchain for regulated finance. So my takeaway there, if you think that the DTCC is working with Stellar and these tokenized assets, sure, but maybe also T-RIZE has some headway there. If what you've all saying is true, that when all this tokenization happens for DTCC, well, it's Canton helping them. So I know we recently had a 355 million funding round for Canton, but here last year on this date, they also had a 135 million funding round. So Canton's getting highly funded, right? So they see here with this funding round, it brought together DRW, TradeWeb, BNP Paribas, Circle, Citadel Securities, DTCC, Goldman Sachs, IMC, Liberty City Ventures, Optiliver, Paxos, Polychain Capital, QCP, Republic Digital, Seven Ridge, Virtual Financial, and YZI Labs, which is Binance actually, underscores Canton Network as the standard for institutional markets. So really huge there. And I just like to read this passage as well. T-RIZE, this deeper integration means direct access to the same infrastructure trusted by the global institutions shaping digital markets. It allows T-RIZE to deliver tokenized, sustainable, and private market products such as real estate, structured financial instruments like ETFs and whatnot, right? AI energy offset reserve notes, tokenized equity, and other institutional offerings into a network designed for scale, compliance, and institutional adoption, while also deploying federated learning to enhance risk modeling without exposing sensitive institutional data. So hence it's private, right? So beyond their role as a validator and a Canton Foundation member, T-RIZE is actively deploying tokenization capabilities and launching projects on Canton that broaden the type of regulated assets available across the network. By doing so, T-RIZE is helping institutions access illiquid private markets while accelerating liquidity and capital efficiency across Canton's growing ecosystem. Okay. So at the center of this expansion is the T-RIZE utility token, which provides access and payment for tokenized services, connects tokenized assets to institutional networks, and supports governance across T-RIZE ecosystem. Canton has become the infrastructure standard for regulated digital finance, backed by a consortium of the world's most influential financial and trading institutions, says their CEO, and their CEO is a pretty connected guy. We'll go over him in just a second here. Like he's from that realm of trading and whatnot, so he knows what he's doing here for sure. Mandani Bukalba, CEO of T-RIZE Group. T-RIZE position as validator, developer, and authorized issuer allows us to bring high-quality, sustainable, and private market assets to this network, giving institutions new ways to engage with these markets securely, compliantly, and at scale. So very cool there. I also want to read this excerpt as well, because this thing with the AI energy thing is really interesting to me. T-RIZE, as an institutional tokenization platform, onboarding a multi-billion-dollar pipeline of real estate, structured financial products, and an AI energy offset reserve notes. AI energy offset reserve notes. That's really interesting to me. It almost sounds like a carbon credit, but that's really, really interesting to me, right? And shout out to the Coin Vault. On the last live we did, Max did some things about quantum, right? And of course, we're looking at quantum security because that's been a thing here lately. But also in that excerpt that Max read, there were some things about quantum energy too, right? So that's definitely a quote unquote itch that I like to scratch, or like there's more meat on that bone. I definitely want to dig more deeply into that, but this is interesting here. The T-RIZE transforms these assets into programmable digital instruments that unlock liquidity, lower capital costs, and enhance underwriting and risk modeling while protecting sensitive data through privacy-preserving AI. At its core, the T-RIZE token powers tokenization services, connects institutions to vetted investments and AI-driven infrastructure, and supports governance and incentive programs across the ecosystem. For more information, visit their website. So again, this link no longer works as far as what was referenced in LinkedIn. So, it's a year-old link, so maybe they just move stuff around a little bit in being crypto, or maybe there's just some information they didn't want to have out in this article. Who knows, right? But very interesting to say the least. So if we go to T-RIZE's website here, before we go to the global synchronizer stuff that's really juicy, we can see here pretty well to put together website. They got some news clippings here. I know at one time here they had a patent that they had. I think they've since removed that, but I think they have a patent on how they're doing this real world tokenization stuff. So I'm not sure where that patent went. We'll have to cover that on a different episode. But yeah, you can see here, great list of partners here, which you're going to see them coming up soon here on this Canton Foundation site. Chainlink, Canton Base, digital assets, of course, Fireblocks, and others. But then let's ecosystem. Revolut's in the ecosystem. That's interesting. Kraken, Fireblocks, Chainlink, so they can hit a lot of stuff. Base. Okay, here we go. So in the Wayback Machine here on their website, our patent pending platform it has on here. So their platform is patent pending, okay? Simplifying real world assets, investment process, unlock your asset liquidity efficiently, and connect your real world projects to global investors. Fast fundraising and enhanced liquidity, security and compliance, global reach, and fractional investment, connection to global distribution channels. So interesting there. But then what I want to take a look at is the Canton Foundation. Now, shout out to our guy, Maximus Crypto. He's shown us that, he's talked about Canton being a network of networks, right? The global synchronizer is connecting multiple different ledgers together and synchronizing them to have an autonomous settlement, but also making those public networks private, right? They can choose to have privacy on certain things if they want to. Thank you so much, Underdog Research Channel, for the $50 super chat. Let me go ahead and read that right now. Blackrue, your recommendation put me in a position to gain 180% return on T-RIZE. Appreciate it, brother. Too often people receive blessings and they don't compensate to the one that led them to it. Not me. Thank you for your intellect, foresight, and research. Full respect. No problem, brother. Anytime, anytime, brother. Anytime. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. It all goes back into the show. Let's continue here. So let's read this excerpt right here because they get into kind of what the global synchronizer is a little bit. The Canton Foundation's mission is to foster the development and growth of the global synchronizer in the Canton network and facilitate its governance. The foundation provides transparency and member engagement in decisions made by the operators, super validators of the global synchronizer to ensure a fair, reliable, and trusted service for the Canton network. Blockchain applications in the Canton network can use the global synchronizer to enable atomic transactions, and that's either it settles or it doesn't, all at once, across sovereign blockchains without sacrificing privacy or control. So some of these super validators, it really just lets you know that Canton's connecting like literally everything, right? From Quant to Ripple to Stellar to ZEBEC, they're connecting everything, right? So, shout out to Crypto Hawk. Simon went on that show with the Crypto Hawk, and he did mention about a possible deepening of payroll for ZEBEC. We went over that on the Coin Vault, but I'll play it again for people who might have missed it. We'll get into that in just a second here, but let's continue down this lane here. Super validator nodes in the global synchronizer are entitled to vote on governance matters and changes to code and services. The Canton Foundation runs a node for its members and can participate in such votes. So look at the powerhouse people we have on here. So first of all, Circle, USDC, and then Euro. I think they have a Euro coin, Euro C. So Circle, one of the most regulated stable coins there. BTCC, basically the whole clearers of our realm. They clear all the money in our realm, in our world, from NASDAQ to whatever, right? Fireblocks is kind of the key custodian of all of this stuff. They have the keys here, Quant connections, right? So you can throw Quant in there with that. Layer 0, that was a conduit that Canton uses to get to every public blockchain, and through every public blockchain in CanCore, they can make those public blockchains send private messages through Canton if needed. So Layer 0, big partner there. The NASDAQ, of course, we know, stock market, right? SBI, they're related to Ripple, right, over in Japan. And Japan's the whole key to all of this happening as well. Zenith, that they're going to kind of basically bridge over Ethereum apps. So that's an Ethereum connection with Zenith there. Wormhole connects to everything as well, like almost all the other blockchains. Zero Hash with XRP and ZEBEC. YZ Labs is Binance. We know Visa, of course, they need no introduction. TRM, right? And I definitely saw brother Underdog Research Channel mentioning TRM in relation to Plume. So there's a Plume connection there for you. Ledger, We know the Ledger wallet, and that's another Tim Draper connection there with Ledger because he owns a piece of Ledger. Kaiko, Hex Trust, really big with XRP and other things. Chainlink, of course, the oracle for like 90%, 80% of cryptos. Copper, of course, digital asset themselves. Hypernative with the security that they provide. Figment, they do a lot of things with staking. BitGo, I remember BitGo being the place where USD1, Trump's stablecoin for World Liberty Financial, is custody. They're also a national bank. Broadridge, I mean, excuse me. Chainlink, of course, we know. So some very heavy players here as super validators, but essentially you got everything covered with these super validators. From every big area in crypto to the NASDAQ to companies like Visa or Stripe, like everything is covered. So we know that Canton is going to be a very central piece when it comes to all of this. And, well, T-RIZE sits on this board, and T-RIZE is also a super validator. So if we expect, like we expect, all of these things to go through the DTCC, well, maybe T-RIZE in this group may be a part of that. So maybe, just maybe, we want to hold a little bit of T-RIZE to see if they will see how that works out, right? Maybe that's why we see them running now, because we're so close to the soft launch date. Maybe this is why T-RIZE is on the rise, if you will, right? But let's get to some of the comments. Hi, everyone. Always catching up on my my boy Rue. Appreciate it, D Curry. Appreciate it, Phantom Beat. T-RIZE running. Yes, indeed. Terrell, what is up, brother? Terrell 504 checking in. Let's go, Blackrue Investing. You're always ahead of the curve. Appreciate it, brother. Underdog Research Channel. Definitely check out Underdog Research channel, which we'll highlight in just a second here. Liquid Mercury looking good too. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Well, all right, what's up, Tyran Copeland? Le Ostada, 666. Opportunity for them big bags is gone. Yeah. If you wanted the big bags in T-RIZE, they may be gone. But again, shout out to the Patreon. We've been talking about this in the Patreon for at least a couple weeks now, where it was under a cent. Quite possible maybe it pulls back a little bit, because usually 1 cent is a big marker. Maybe it pulls back a little bit and dips back under there again. If it does dip back under the 1 cent mark, I'm definitely going to scoop some more up. You want to get in when Rue gets in, then you can get a bag of 5 to 10 million tokens. Well, I did tell the Patreon, they know the Patreon members knew first, of course. So yeah, we've been talking about this a little bit in the Patreon. So let's continue. Well, Trump did not sign the housing bill because the Great American Bill was not passed yet, causing crypto to crash. Yeah, and they're also talking about that the clarity may be delayed even further. So no, which is crazy, but we'll see what happens when the new moon comes in, when the new full moon comes in. I think we dip down until that happens. So we'll see. It's on the 29th. So we'll see what happens here. So don't like chasing green candles, but I might have to make an exception. That one guy. What's Crack-a-lackin', everyone. What's up, Bitcoin? Shango in the house. Shout out to Blackrue Crew. Smash those likes, everyone. My man.
My man.
She's unbelievable. Oh no, not. Let's. How dare you? How dare you say that about
How dare you?
How dare you say that about the beautiful Danelle Dixon out here, Shawnee Sean? How dare you?
How dare you?
Let's continue on here. Shout out to you, Shawnee Sean 6. I can't wait till Paul Barron starts talking good about Canton Network. That'll probably never happen. That'll probably never happen out here. Paul's like always. This is Paul's always like this with the Canton Network.
Gotcha, bitch.
Every time he's like gotcha every time with the Canton Network. This is Paul Barron every time. But you know what though? Yuval does not back down. So good on Yuval for never backing down. I learned that long ago to let the barbs, hooks, jabs, and whatnot of the keyboard ninjas, digital thugs be like water on duck feathers. I feel you, brother, 100%. You just gotta let it roll off your shoulders with that. What's up, Crypto Crossroads Show in the house? Appreciate you, brother. We'll highlight his channel here in a second as well. If you're here in July and not ready by October, you won't forgive yourself. What's up, second to nobody? Love that name. Love that name, brother. Yes, I agree. I definitely agree here. And definitely let's take some time to talk about the other creators in the house. And definitely like and subscribe to Blackrue Investing if you haven't already. We're getting dangerously close to that 10K mark. We've recently eclipsed past 9,500 and now 9,600. And well on our way to 10K. Shout out to the Blackrue Investing crew. Shout out to the Rue crew. Shout out to the Patreon. We're on our way out here, guys. Definitely come check out some of the creators that I mentioned here in the featured channels list. Underdog Research Channel. He's in the house here today. He's letting us know about nice. Getting some love on the T-RIZE video. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate that. Definitely check out the 6 Pillars of Plume. Definitely check out the Venezuela connection here on Plume. And he mentioned, like I said here, he mentioned TRM Labs, which happens to be a super validator for Canton. So as you can see, the cryptocurrencies are coming together, right? It is a multi-chain world out here, like I've said a couple times before. So definitely come over here and check out our brother Underdog Research Channel. And then let's also highlight our brother Crypto Crossroads Show channel as well. Definitely come over here and give our brother Crypto Crossroads some love. And definitely subscribe to our brother as well here. Let's get him over 1,000 here. He's very, very close with 793. He hasn't had his channel for long, guys, but I know his research is top notch. He has one recently 4 days ago on the Animoca brands and the NASDAQ listing here for the Animoca brands have a NASDAQ listing and the Mocha network here. I'll definitely have to check that video out. Let's go ahead and give our brother Crypto Crossroads Show some love as well. here. Let's get back to our comments. We'll go back here to T-RIZE. Let's continue here. Been watching Ruel for a minute. Our ZBCN play will be life-changing. What's up, Stephen Bach over on X? I definitely believe it will be. ZBCN keeps making all the crazy partnerships. Like, just think about it. We went from people talking shit, I'm going to say it, talking shit, saying it's a scam, to partnered with Stellar, partnered with Ripple, partnered with one of the neobanks on Canton Lattice, deepening a relationship with Canton here. Simon speaking at the House of Lords in England, like that's big stuff. Him saying as well that we're going to do some more with those guys over there in the House of Lords, right? Possible Canton or Quant connections, which our guy Maximus Crypto has come on the channel, and we've done some collaborations talking about that. Like, ZEBEC is global real-time payroll, but it's so much more. And yeah, I can't wait to see where we land on that. But yeah, let me bring up the Crypto Hawk, where Simon went on there and gave some talk about a deepening relationship with Canton, because that really makes sense for this episode. See if I can find it. We're doing it. Okay, hold on here, guys. We're doing it live. Let me see here. I think I might have bookmarked it. Or not. Let's see. I'll go. Maybe Crypto Hawk has a page here. See if I can find them. Okay, we'll pull that up here in a while, because I can't find it here. I can't find it, but we'll pull it up in a second here. Let's continue on. If you had to put one, would you go 1,000 pounds in Canton, T-RIZE, or Handle? Wow. So let's talk about that. And again, not financial advice, because I'm not trying to be anyone's financial advisor. Oh, this might shock some people right here. I'd say right now, again, here's the thing that I don't like about Rise and I don't like about Handle right now is the tokenomics. It's like they have some supply held back, right? But I don't think it's going to matter too much because of what's coming up within the next 99 days for T-RIZE, right? Now, if we go Handle Pay, it's still dirt cheap. I mean, it's still a dumb low market cap. And the fact that they're on Canton, and that's another thing that I need to bring up and mention here. When these coins get on Canton and they get this preferred app status, they have to put up like these 25 million CC, right? They have to hold that to have the preferred app status. And I think that's around $4 million or something like that. So they're putting skin in the game to be on Canton Network, right? So Handle's done that. So has T-RIZE. At this market cap, I probably want to put some in Handle. All right. And I know that's different than what I've said in the past here, but at this market cap, Handle might be the one that I will put the money in. But of course, I always like to do a split, right? Maybe a little split action. a little bit in T-RIZE, but mostly in handle because the market cap, they don't have it here. But I think it's something very, very small, like 3 million market cap. At 3 million market cap, that's a tiny market cap. So definitely has the room to grow from here. Yeah, so I'm gonna go handle, which would be, I guess, surprising to a lot of people, but I'm gonna go handle out of the three of those for right now. For short term, long term, I would probably say Canton and T-RIZE, but for the short term, handle. Okay. I can't invest in all, so I need to pick one. Any advice or thoughts appreciated. So yeah, I say handle because of the low market cap in the short term. But in the long term, I'm going to say T-RIZE because of the tokenization. Let's see if we can find the market cap though of handle. They don't list it there. Handle pay. Not sure why I can't find it there. Let's see. Let's go on CoinGecko. Doing it live here. CoinGecko. Okay, looking to bring that up on CoinGecko. Give me a moment here. Okay, yeah, there we go. So 3.8 million. So very low market cap right now. Again, there's some question about the tokenomics. Is 100% of the supply circulating or is it not? I'm going to say at this point in time, I'm going to change my stance on it. I'm going to say at this point in time, it doesn't matter because of the low market cap. T-RIZE gang. Let's go see Flo in the house. What's up, Ginoli? Edel, Liquid, and Merc, Handle Pay, all on Canton. Yeah, yep. And we've been talking about those kind of pretty deep in the Patreon. I've been talking about all three of those pretty deep here on the Patreon here. As far as those go, especially Edel as well. Edel's another one that like tokenized stocks. Gotta love what they provide too. Another coin on Canton, and again, under, you know what I mean, under 10 market cap, 10 million market cap, tokenizing stocks. Like, there's so much to like about Edel. I'll have to definitely do a show on them as well. But in Patreon, we've been talking about this for the last month. So shout out to the Patreon where we've gotten deep. We've gone really deep on Edel. But I'll definitely have another show. I'll have a show on it as well. Canton and his projects have a much more well-built professional look to them. They do. And part of that, I think, is that, you kind of need to be invited per se, right? I know Canton people will say, oh, no, you don't necessarily need to. Like, they should, it's almost like a gaslight, but you kind of need to be invited to do things on Canton, right? Well, let me put it straight. You can present something to them, right? And it's up to them to accept you, kind of thing. So you see what I'm saying? So it's really like you really have to have your stuff together, because all of these organizations have to say, okay, you bring something to the table, right? So if those group of super validators say that you bring something to the table, then okay, you're accepted. But anyone can ask, but you got to bring something to the table. Redstone 2, yep, Redstone 2 as well. Someone just dumped a bunch of RWAs. It dumped to 0.008. Oh, did they? Well, it's up at let's see, T-RIZE. Is it under a cent? It tells me it's at 0.0177. Well, you did send that a while ago. That was like 20 minutes ago, so it's already recovered, it seems. Like, to me, you go. So it's already recovered from that drop, I guess. Someone is selling big. It's coming back down. Well, it seems to be back up now. My guy Longview Compute is on it today. What's up? What's up, my man Rue? What's going on, Longview Compute? Let's highlight his channel as well. Beat you to it today. What, did you put out a video on T-RIZE today too? Yeah, definitely go check out Scott's video as well. Like I said, it's really great to get these from different creators' point of view. Everybody's going to highlight something different. It will be a different show. Always love that. And I did a collab with Scott. It was a fun time. So ton of creators in the house today. I love it. But yeah, let's definitely check out our guy Longview Compute. Go over there and give him a like and subscribe. You can see I was on his show here a couple days ago. And of course, on there a few times I have resting mean face. All right. So don't hold that resting mean face against me. I'm from Detroit, bro, where you gotta have a stiff face sometimes. Pause. Like, you gotta have a mean face sometimes. So when I'm just staring, I look mean, but that's just my Detroit upbringing. I can't change that. You know what I mean? But shout out to Scott of Longview Compute. Let's see. So did you hit it? Yep. You hit T-RIZE today as well, brother. Appreciate it there. So yeah, definitely check out Scott's show as well over there. Shout out to you, bro. And definitely hit the like button. YouTube be on some every time you mention a specific way to make money or to get more info, like your Patreon, a commercial pops in. Oh, for real? Dang, YouTube doing me dirty out here. Well, dang, YouTube. Like, here, I gotta have some type of clip for that. Like, let's see here. Come on, YouTube. You gotta do better. You gotta do better. But we know YouTube. We know it's who it's run by. But you know,
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
I'm not gonna say what race, what people. You know, I can't say that. Like, show enough.
When I say, who's the master? You say,
Show enough. It's a problem out here, but it's a problem the way they're running those commercials, I should say. But yeah, shout out to YouTube out here. And shout out to Kanye. I'm not gonna say you know I can't say that. Let's continue on here. Handle can go high in the short term. What's up, Rue? What's going on, Christian? Yeah, handle short term, that under 10 million supply. Gotta love that, bro. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. So, you know, but as far as the technology, like I feel like, you know, Metallicus and Ethereum has had technologies like that where you have a handle, right? But this is connecting to your social media handle, so it's different in that aspect. But at this small market cap, the fact that they're going to be on Canton, which says something, right? That maybe these super validators, right? You remember all the people that I mentioned off there. Maybe these super validators, the circles, the chain links of the world, the SBIs of the world said, okay, handle, you bring something to the table, right? And they put up, I think, handle like Adele, like T-RIZE, they put up their 25 million to 30 million. Canton, which is like a $4 million, they put that on hold to be a part of what Canton has going on, and they were accepted in. So yeah, at this market cap, handle pay, why not, bro? Why not? Sup, WF Capital Management in the house. June 13th stream, you know. July. I think you mean July 13th stream. Yeah, for sure. I see some of the Longview crew in the house as well. Hey, shout out Longview crew. Thanks for coming through, people, guys. I really appreciate it. What's up, Magic Hat? Wow, man. Rise used to hold them for my leverage to increase my Canton bag. Love it. Thanks. No problem, Magic Hat. No problem at all. Check out Liquid Merc. Okay, we'll have to check it out. Hey, let's do it live. Why not? Liquid Merc. Going live over here. Pause. Merc. Or is it two separate ones? Liquid and Merc. Yeah, I don't see it on CoinMarketCap. I'm sorry, on CryptoRank.io. Let me look at CoinGecko. Liquid Merc. Okay, there we go. Liquid Mercury. Oh, look at that. So this one's up 300 and something percent. Oh, okay. No, never mind. Okay, let's see. So in the last 7 days. Okay, yeah, interesting. Let's check out their Twitter. Why don't we? It's always interesting to see how these guys' Twitters work out. Choice for sophisticated buy side and institutional sell side trading professionals moving into crypto. Okay. Our guy, Crypto God X Gold, follows them. Joseph Razzo, he has one of the nicest, sweetest, best out here Medium things. Definitely check out Joseph on Medium. So yeah, definitely go here. You can go to his link tree and find that. See if we can do it real quick. So yeah, definitely check him out on Medium. Okay, so Liquid Mercury. I'll have to do a little bit of more research into that one. Let's continue on here. Handle interview at 12C tomorrow. Shameless plug. No problem. Yeah, I was trying to get Handle on myself because I want to know what's going on with their supply. So yeah, let's definitely. I'll definitely be tuning in tomorrow to see is their supply fully out or is it not? Pick ZEBEC. I picked ZEBEC long. What's up, Tony S? Rise 20 mil. Rise, indeed. Be careful with Rise is dropping. Who keeps saying? They're going to fluctuate a little bit, right? But seems to be fine right now. You need an AI assistant, Rue. I do need an AI assistant. I do. Let's continue on here. Handle is on Coinbase Dex, but be careful. The more you invest, the higher the gas fees. Day traders be swing trading. Got you. Okay, I see what you're saying. Now, SV J11025. Dave F. Jr., what's up? By the way, Rue, and the Rue Crew Supreme Team, let's go. Magic Hat, my man.
My man.
Okay, let's continue on here. Where are you buying Rise and Handle? Both on Coinbase. You can buy them on Base. Okay, so you go on Coinbase, and they both have base contracts. Gino. Reconnect the Liquid Merc with Canton. Okay, so Liquid Merc is Canton, the Canton project. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, interesting. Okay, gotcha. So I see here that they got some connection here to BitGo. And BitGo we just saw here was a Canton super validator. We're proud to announce that we selected BitGo as our crypto as a service provider across our entire product suite. Okay, gotcha. So Liquid Mercury, you may have some Canton connects. Okay, I have to do a deeper dive on this to figure this out, to look and see everything they got going on here. But let me see if I can just find Canton just off the bat here. Okay, nope. But I'll have to do some deeper dives into that. Handle vesting unlocks are on crypto rank. See, that's what I'm saying. I see the crypto rank vesting unlocks, and I also see it in their own white paper. So I really want Handle to clear that up. Like, are you vesting or are you not? That's what I really want them to clear up. And if they can clear that up for me, that'll be golden. That'll be gravy. Because their white paper says it too. Their white paper says that they're vesting. So yeah, if they can just clear that up for us, it would be a great time. So yeah, Scott, if you're still in the house, if you can ask them about that, because when you go to their white paper, it says that they're vesting. That's from their own white paper, which they updated 2 months ago. So how can your supply be out 100%? That's the only question I have there for them. But of course, again, market cap under, market cap under 10 million, right? ZBCN is 0.0168. Yeah, we're under a penny very quick and recover fast. Okay, so it did drop under a penny there for a second and it recovered. Okay, somebody was like, oh, let me take some profits right quick. This is like somebody's, mentioning it. Let me go take a little bit of profit. I was watching the chart and a bunch of big sells all in one shot, and then it got pulled back really quick. Eating them dips. Buyers are buying. Dr. Stevie starts with a J. Well, I'm not gonna say what people. I'm not gonna say.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
What race, what people. We know I can't say that. No, June 13th, I called out Edel and Rise and Handle did Hecto yesterday. Okay, gotcha. Look at work compliments of Crypto Hawk. Okay, gotcha. You guys are in the same private group for Crypto Hawk. I'm not in any of his. I'm not in any Crypto Hawk private groups or anything like that. Yes, but I'm shadow banned on the Crypto Hawk channel. Makes a lot of sense. But yeah, Scott, if you can ask them about those tokenomics, man, I will really appreciate it. This handle, because I really want to know, are they 100% out or not? I don't know. Have to make a new account. You got skills so he can shed light on these projects. Thank you, appreciate it. The manipulation is insane. What was the CA for Hecto that Longview talked about? Oh, well, Hecto's another project on Canton that's like really low market cap that's out there. Apparently, Scott's about to do a video on them. So yeah, definitely go over and visit our friend Scott here on Longview Compute. Hecto's another Canton project out here that can be purchased on. I don't know if you can get it on. I know that it's available on OneSwap, because I was looking at it yesterday, but I don't know if it's available on anywhere else other than Canton. I don't think it's available anywhere else other than getting it on Canton on OneSwap. Is Hecto on Solana? Let's check. Let's take a look. I don't know. All I thought it was on was Canton. Yeah, it says preview only here, but I know it's definitely available on Canton. I was looking at this yesterday a little bit. We can do it live here. Let's do it live. So, pays to be early. Your on-chain gateway to pre-IPO economy. I like the old schooly kind of DOS-ish computer over there. The market before the market is no longer small. Companies can reach global attention, institutional relevance, and billion-dollar private valuations long before the public market opens. Talking about the number of unicorns that have been raised since 2013. That's crazy. That's a crazy amount of unicorns in 2023 there. Live signal, structured routes, quote-based access. Trade the signal, daily markets for the private companies everyone is watching. Private market exposure tokenized. A tokenized route for eligible users seeking structured economic exposure to private market assets. Okay, so they're giving you access to private markets here. I guess things like ByteDance, which I think is TikTok. And they have others: Anthropic, OpenAI, Databricks, Space, Stripe. Interesting. We'll have to talk more about Hecto. Have a great day, everyone. I'm out. Thank you, Rue, and thank you, Longview Compute. No problem. Hecto on Cantax, Tradecraft, and OneSwap as of yesterday. All right, thank you, Brother Scott. What's the CA? Honestly, I don't know the contract address here. It's not even on CoinGecko or anything yet, but you can get it on the exchanges that Scott just mentioned there. And I'm not going to show my Loop wallet, but I can see here in my Loop wallet that it's available there. So very interesting. It's a little breaking news there. Little information there from Longview Compute. Thank you, brother, for dropping that. Crypto Dragon for real. What's up, Scott? Good to see you. It's a Canton native token, so I don't think on Solana yet. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, so good to confirm that. Yeah, I don't think it's on Solana yet at all, guys. So it's Canton native for now. So cool. I think we got to all our questions. And it's time for me to get back at it here on the day job. Thank you guys so much for coming through. If you made it to the end, put T-RIZE in the comments after the live stream ends. If you put T-RIZE in the comments, it helps spread the video around. And definitely like and subscribe if you find value in this video. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me. I'm out. Peace.